Bangkok is a good guy solo trip.
I was gonna say that.
I personally am not like, oh my God, let me get to Bangkok. However, I've been having conversations with clients, male clients, who are interested in going to Thailand, and they're like, where would you suggest?
It's lit.
Exactly. And it's lit. It is. Like, you cover all your bases. You know, obviously you're in Thailand. It's a beautiful country. You get a whole new cultural experience. So you
Food
have
is good
that.
too.
And again, the cost of
very inexpensive.
Very
when you
inexpensive when you get there. So when it comes to arranging a driver or travel, those things are not going to cost you too much. So it's easy to handle for one person. Because that's another thing you consider on vacation.
You're not splitting the cost.
Upon arrival, you can't split. So you're like, where can I go that I'm not spending thousands of dollars because it's just me? So Bangkok's great for those expenses, to get all of those experiences, partying, restaurants, cultural things, and you're not breaking a bank at all.
Yeah. And then you can maneuver throughout Thailand, so you can
Easily.
still go to Krabi, and you can still go to Phuket, and other destinations to get that beach, in addition to the city vibes of Bangkok. Yeah.
But people want that city vibe, I'm noticing.
They
like,
do.
Y'all want to go to Thailand for the city, the club and stuff?
Yeah.
But that is the conversations, and I mean, from my research, it looks lit.
I'm like, okay, Bangkok is the new Cartagena.
Yeah, it's lit. So we love to see it. And again, I do think Bangkok is for the boys. Hey y'all.
Hey. Welcome to another episode of Travel
Fly
Sexy. I'm your co-host, Natasha Terrell, owner of Travel Goddess International.
And I'm your co-host, Sincerely Jasmine, founder of Boss Babes Love Brunch.
Period. Oh, summertime is almost here, you guys. I think
it's couple more days.
Like a few more days, a week or so.
Yeah.
So today's topic is actually going to be the best summer trips for
solo travelers.
Because
we going regardless.
Because we're outside.
We're not waiting for that group chat.
That group chat, real funny.
We're not waiting for them.
So we're giving you inspiration if you desire to travel solo, or if you don't. These are just great places for the summer.
Absolutely.
But specifically, great destinations, safe destinations, and variety destinations for solo travelers.
Exactly. And
so
speaking of solo travel, if you are looking to solo travel, meet us in Bali.
Okay, now.
Because we're going to Bali.
Because the girls is going to Bali. The girls. Me and Jasmine.
Yes.
And y'all.
And you can be a guy, too.
And you can be a guy, too. As we said before, it's a co-ed trip.
Yes.
But pull up on us in Bali, October 25th to November the 1st. And enjoy your time.
Yes.
Again, because stop waiting on the group chat. They're not coming.
If they're not coming, we'll be there.
We will be there. And there are solo seats. All right?
Exactly.
Solo rooms, all of that.
Exactly.
So sign up and join us.
Yes.
But yes, today's topic is all about solo experiences. Before we jump into it, though, a little bit gotta smell from our inbox to yours. What's going on in the world of travel, Jazz?
It's always chaotic. It's so chaotic here.
It's so chaotic here,
so
yes, in America.
Back on the plane, which has been a while. I've been staying away from like the in the plane drama. But there was a lady who was sitting in an emergency exit row. And if we all know, if you've been on a plane, you sat in an emergency exit row, you know that there are rules and laws and regulations that you have to abide by to sit in that seat.
Yeah.
So they ask you a few things, and you have to verbalize yes. You can't just be like, okay.
Right.
Like, sure.
Yeah.
You have to verbalize yes.
Yes.
That is your verbal agreement to that contract of sitting in that seat. This lady, older black lady, somebody aunt, was just like, you can't tell me what to do. Like, I said what I said, whatever. So she was just trying to like say yes without saying yes and like, just get away from me. I said it. Yeah, it's cool. And they're like, no. So now you have to go because you're not abiding by the rules and you think it's funny and cute. You have to go. And she's like, I said yes. We said yes. We said we will all do it. What's the problem? And she was like joking back and forth with the flight attendants. Like, and she may have had a cocktail or two. So it was given a little playful, but it's not the time or place.
Hit the airplane or airport bar.
Exactly.
Before you got on this plane.
But all in all, it ended it with her, the whole plane deboarding and her being arrested because you can't play. That is a law.
Wait, so they boarded the plane?
Yes, everybody had to get off the plane because she was not cooperating to get off the plane. So when one person does not cooperate to get off the plane, everyone has to get off the plane. So that is another tip.
Man.
If you are a person who is just like non-cooperative, please don't do that to all of the passengers. Like, think of them when you are in that situation, because if one person has to get off and they refuse to, then everyone has to get off the plane, as if we're not going anywhere.
Wow.
So everyone got off the plane and she was arrested and placed into a police vehicle.
Ciao.
So just say yes, or just sit somewhere else.
They definitely say, or would you like to move? We will relocate you.
They have other seats.
Oh my gosh, this is just watching it. We'll link it, obviously. It's just dumb.
Yeah, so uncalled for.
It's just dumb, and I feel like, sometimes people think they're doing. People feel like they're putting on a show.
Yeah, a little Kiki.
Kiki
she
and
with her
the
like
people
family.
around.
Like, I gotta go get my grandson. Like, it was supposed to be like a little funny Kiki.
Yeah, but
and like it
one
wasn't.
thing they say is safety is our top priority.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure you enjoy your flight, but we're going to make sure you're safe on it first.
Yeah, and we're not playing with you.
We're not playing with you, especially when you're being disrespectful. And I keep telling people all the time, y'all want to give flight attendants your behind a kiss.
They
hold the
cops.
power to remove your behind.
Yes.
And
no
you
fly.
don't go anywhere. Now
you won't
you're
go
not going
nowhere. You won't go to your destination or anywhere else. Play with them if you want.
Like, y'all got to be nice to
her
these
poor
flight
grandson in Texas that she kept
claiming
because
she had to go pick up from school.
He was wherever by himself. If he was on that airplane, if he was on an airplane by himself and she was supposed to meet him, poor him.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
Did not connect.
That's so just idiots. Yeah. That's just it's just
it's
idiots.
always surprising when you
idiot.
see those things escalate, but it's also just like, we talk about it, so don't be that person. Like, don't be that person that makes the whole plane deboard and then you're arrested because you want to make a joke go too far.
Then I'm like, now we didn't give people the information of, like, if you are that person, you can make the whole plane deboard.
Oh my God, that's
so now
crazy.
somebody gonna be.
I actually saw a video
where you're just gonna do it
the
because
they was like, make us all get off then, because I'm not getting off, and I was like, no,
that's crazy.
And they was like, well, I guess we all getting off then, and that's crazy.
People in the world is
and then
really
you can't
crazy.
even jump them in the airport because then you gonna get on a no-fly list. So
right,
you just gotta be mad.
You just gotta eat that.
Do nothing.
Just gotta eat that. Jasmine said you can't jump them in the airport.
You just gotta let them bully all y'all.
Oh my gosh, child. See, this is why I always want to know, where were they flying?
Yeah, that's true. Well,
because I don't want to be going that way with y'all.
Avoid that route.
Avoid that route, because crazy people take that route. That's how
Clearly.
I feel. Oh, but nevertheless, I mean, I'm sure there were some solo travelers on there heading to their destinations and feeling like, why did I make this decision?
Maybe the universe doesn't want me to go alone. No, you should still go.
Because I understand when you're traveling solo, you're waiting for something to tell you
to stay
this
home.
is the wrong thing to do.
You're like, what? Wait, hold on. My phone not working. Anything to make you walk out that airport.
The Wi-Fi won't connect. Wait, I can't.
I need to get off the plane.
Just go.
It's your girls of Travel Fly Sexy.
Before we jump into today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And make sure that you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at Travel Fly Sexy.
And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of Travel Fly Sexy, shoot us an email at info@travelflysexy.com.
Now let's get back into the episode.
Just go
fine.
and you'll be fine. And topic for today is some solo travel destinations that are perfect if you'd want to explore your solo travel wings or spread your solo travel wings this summer.
Yes.
And this list is according to Travel and Leisure. So, yes, we've been to several of these destinations, but we didn't pull it out of the air.
Yes.
We got a credible source. So first on the list, and it's funny because I feel like I mentioned it on the last episode when we asked, or the 2 episodes ago when we asked, like, what's your favorite destination to recommend for solo? First one on the list is Amsterdam.
Yes, certainly on my solo list.
Yes, and I've seen a few people recently do solo travel to Amsterdam as well. Yeah. It is the perfect destination for solo travel. It is funny that I'm going to lead with this, but it's clean. It's quiet-ish, and the people are nice. So you feel safe. Like you just feel like everyone's easygoing. It's also a destination where a lot of things are legal, so people are just
have a good time by yourself.
Yeah, people are just kind of like chilling and vibing out in their own way.
Yeah.
There's also just so many cool things to do. I definitely say do the canal cruise, and they have different types of canal cruises. They have boozy cruises. They have cannabis-friendly canal cruises. They have evening cruises, all types of stuff.
I can't wait to go to Amsterdam.
Yeah, like I literally loved my time in Amsterdam. It was phenomenal, and I absolutely understand why it's on the solo travel list.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Second on our list is a U.S. destination, Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah. I
haven't been, and I was kind of shocked, but also I do feel like the trend of people are looking to be in the mountains to kind of have that escapism.
That R&R.
So yeah, that's why I was like, actually, like that makes sense. Like I feel like Boulder's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it is.
And I think also when it comes to like the weather, it is very balanced throughout the summertime. It's not too hot. You get those nice days, but it's a little cooler in comparison to other places in the U.S. during the summer seasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised to see Boulder on there.
Yeah, I mean, I when I saw it on the list, I too felt like that's an escape.
Yep.
You just kind of want to be in your own element, do your own thing, and reset your mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah, and people are looking for that new way of vacationing where it's not, oh, I have to go get drunk and get super lit and spend all this money. I want to actually feel like I'm on vacation, and like you said, that R&R feeling. So I feel like that's what Boulder has to offer.
Yeah, they do, and it's lots of trails, lots of hiking, biking, camping if it's something you're interested in. So again, I think if you're someone who enjoys nature but also just enjoys like your me time, it's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another one on the list. Bermuda.
Interesting.
I know, right? But when I went to Bermuda, I had a time, and I realized you really could do that like by yourself because the people in Bermuda are like inviting you here, or you should go here, and everyone's getting a rum swizzle and
a rum swizzle.
Yes, that's like their signature island drink, and they're hanging out, and it's very like laid back and chill. It's not like it didn't feel like a touristy kind of Caribbean island,
right?
Yeah. Where somebody's trying to sell you something every moment, or trying to get you to go
chill on a beach.
It wasn't that. So I understand where you could go there solo and just kind of be in your own, do your own thing. Food's great, vibes are great, people are great. And no one's like all in your mix.
I love that. And I think when, like you said, a lot of Caribbean countries, when it comes to summer specifically, they are like on you. Like when you're a tourist, they're like, hey, here's excursion options. Here's this, buy that. So to be able to be in the Caribbean in the summer and feel like I'm not being harassed as a solo traveler, that's important.
Yep. You go ahead and go to Horseshoe Bay and chill have a beach day, go see the caves, grotto caves. Like it's just, you can do all these things on your own.
Yeah, I love that.
And chill and organized. When I went there, we actually stayed on a boat. Like when Airbnb was kind of still like cool.
Popping.
This is 2018, and we rented a boat off of Airbnb, like we got to stay on the boat, and it was a boat that someone owned. So like basically they had like one half of the boat they rented out, the other half of the boat
lived on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So they were right there.
Yeah, so that also made it like you had someone to be able to make recommendations and just give you advice and tell you where to go, and it was great. Like it really was. So
that's awesome.
I typically don't recommend for solo travelers to stay in accommodations that are not, in my opinion, legitimate.
Yeah.
Meaning a hotel with a
with
larger
staff,
brand and a full staff.
Site, yeah. But to have a person right there.
But that's a concierge at a hotel, so go find a concierge.
Yes, okay.
Because I was not solo; it was my friend and I. And it was also 2018, different times of life. So definitely find a hotel and be cute about it.
When you're solo, we always suggest hotels. And I actually was speaking with a solo traveler the other day about like I know that the Airbnbs are great to kind of be able to bounce around and get that more authentic feel.
Yeah.
However, I will always advise for you to be in a place where you can get someone to call you a taxi. You can have a reference, or you can get those recommendations to restaurants that's in walking distances and things of that nature. When you're staying in an Airbnb, it's not guaranteed for you to get any of those resources.
Yeah, because that was still, again, that was back, the Airbnb was fairly still new. Yeah. And that was also back when, if anyone remembers, when Airbnb first came out, a lot of it was co-lodging.
Oh, yeah.
Like somebody renting out their room in their place. You know, that was the old school way.
Yep, exactly. So, and you had that person kind of as your reference.
Concierge. Yeah, that was back then. So, you know, nowadays you on your own.
Get a hotel in Bermuda.
Get a hotel in all of these destinations.
Exactly.
That has a staff. Because the other thing is, like, I mean, I recently just stayed in a villa. And I'm not like a villa stayer girl. I'm, you know me and you. We like the hotel. We like the staff. We like the room cleaned every day. All of those things. And it just really solidified it again for me. Now, I will say though, I love. There's a pool right out of the living room.
Oh yeah.
And the beach is also right there, and that just kind of felt like nice, and it reminded me like, when I get me a home, that needs to be there.
Exactly. But there always are those.
I didn't like dishes piling up, and I didn't like
it's
stuff
always
like
those
that.
Villa, like when we stayed in Tulum at the admin, those like villa style hotels that still have amenities, that still have staff, and you're still able to get that pool, that beautiful ambiance. I feel like this is mine kind of feel, but you still have that security.
That's true.
Especially as a solo traveler. So we respect you wanting that villa style. However, we do suggest more of those rentals or those hotel villa styles where you can still get your own space and your own little personal thing to have that, like, you know, this is my house for the week type of feel. Yes. However, you can call the front desk.
Yeah. Precisely.
There is a front desk somewhere.
Precisely. That is key.
And another place, the next on our list, they have a lot of offerings like this. They have that villa style, but fully staffed hotel style when it comes to those amenities. And that is Bali.
Period, Bali.
Bali is a top solo travel destination.
It is.
For one, it is very reasonable upon arrival. Once you get there, you're able to get a driver for the week, perhaps a accommodation that has a chef for the week, a full, like, you know, concierge, butler that you have. So the accommodations are very reasonable once you're there. So you are able to pay for all of those things to make sure that you have that security and that comfort level. I know a lot of people that have been, they hire drivers. They, you know, will have a driver for the week for a certain rate. And again, if they do stay in those villa styles, it's usually a villa that has full staff. Yeah. Yeah. And nicely enough, in those villas, they usually have photographers a part of the staff, so you get those full drone photo shoots and your pool decorated, because most of those are villa styles. However, they're fully staffed. You know, that decoration, they have a decorating team, they have a photography, videography team, they have you know, the chefs and staff that work for the food. So it's fully staffed, even though you have your own villa. So I definitely suggest destinations like Bali when it comes to that luxury vibe, but still having that security around you.
And of course, all of those things that Jasmine mentioned will be a part of our Bali trip. October 25th to the November 1st. So hopefully we'll see you there.
And if you're a solo traveler, we got a villa for you.
Come on through. Yes, Bali is perfect for a solo travel. I think you nailed it. I have nothing else to add. So I'm just going to move on to our next one, which is Oslo, Norway.
Interesting.
I know, y'all, but hear me out. Or at least hear Travel and Leisure out, and then hear me out. Because I went here on a solo trip.
Oh, really?
Yes. So that's why I'm like, when I saw the list, I'm like, we got to talk about this because 40% of it I've been on. Like,
Oslo,
maybe 50% of it, actually. Yeah. I liked Oslo as a solo trip because I felt so darn safe. I was
Very
walking
important.
around those streets like it was nothing
Yeah.
at all times of the day. And I felt so safe. Like I did not feel like I had to look around my shoulders
hit
or
on a
do
swivel,
anything
yeah.
like, even though I'm always like that still, but it didn't feel like you had
have
to
your guard up.
be, you know? So that's the one thing that I remember specifically about that trip. And it's not a crowded destination. So you really do feel almost like you're getting your
That main character.
eat, pray,
energy.
love moment.
Love that.
Because you're just kind of frolicking and hanging out, and it's a very walkable city. And I always say when you're in Europe, use your feet.
Yes.
Because you stumble upon so many cool
So many
things.
gems.
Yeah, Oslo actually was like, it had a nice little charm to it.
Wow.
Yes.
Might have to
and
add that to my list.
It was different. You don't need more than 3 nights there. You can get it done and move on. Maybe do 2-3 nights there, 2-3 nights in Belgium. That's a cute little trip. It's 2-hour little flight. You'll be fine. Which is also good for solo too, by the way. Belgium was great. But yeah, Oslo was like, it was cute. I went to the opera house and did the tour.
I gotta look at your highlight. From
Yeah, that highlight actually is on the TGI page.
Okay.
Because that was before, I think,
TWT days.
that was TWT days.
Okay.
So anything before 2019
is on
the
that highlight.
TGI
Yeah, before you
page.
split it
And
up.
then
Okay.
2019, I think I moved to my own page.
Okay, I gotta look at that because it's interesting.
Or 2018. Yeah. So good stuff in Oslo. Definitely you will not regret that as a solo trip.
And it sounds cute and quick. So we love a
And
quick,
the
if you're
accommodations,
scared.
in Europe typically are a little bit smaller.
Oh yes, very.
And they do have a
perfect.
lot of like specific like solo rooms. So you'll see that so I had a solo room, a little bit smaller, but perfectly designed
Yep.
for you. And then you also don't have to pay as much as you would for
Exactly.
a larger
Europe's
room.
great with that.
Yeah.
And speaking of Europe,
Yeah.
next on our list is Rome, Italy. Oh my gosh, my time in Rome was so good. I wasn't solo, but I will say it is a place that you can be solo.
Yeah.
It is obviously one of the most touristy places in Italy. So everybody's there for the same things. They there to see the architecture, the culture, the food, obviously.
Okay, now.
But I will say that it's a place that you can be like everyone's synchronized when it comes to the same purpose. So no one's there to try to like pickpocket you or like, you
Be
don't
weird.
have to feel weird. You don't have to feel oversold. Like obviously you have street vendors, but they're not pushing themselves onto you because there's thousands of people. Somebody's going to buy.
Yeah.
Like, so if it's not you, that's fine. Like,
Yes.
so they don't oversell you on things. Same thing with the restaurants in certain areas and other places in Italy. You may feel like, oh, they're like trying to bring you in. It's just there.
Yep.
Like you're going to stumble upon so many gems in Rome that you don't
really
have
are.
to, that they don't have to like oversell Rome.
That
It
is
is
facts.
It is indeed one of the most beautiful places on earth.
Absolutely. Fun fact though, this was another solo trip.
Really?
I went to Rome. I went to Italy for the first time solo.
Yeah, Italy.
And it was Rome.
Yeah.
Again,
good.
these were like back to back. So that was February of 2018, and then Norway was March of 2018.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I was in my bag a little bit.
Come on.
I was solo traveling
trip.
it up, yes, in 2018, because I was like, I'm not waiting on your people. Like, go ahead, y'all want to stay? I'm finding all these great flight deals. I'm out.
Yes, I think I was in Rome around 2018.
Yeah.
as well.
So I can attest to it being a quality destination for
Yes,
solo.
absolutely.
And then you can also utilize the train and take the train from
So
Rome
easy.
to Naples
Yes,
and maybe do
to
the Amalfi
anywhere.
Coast.
Yep.
You can sign up for, the excursions, the day trips with Viator.
Yes.
And go to other area. Like, ciao,
Yeah.
you want to live it up in Italy by yourself.
So accessible.
It's
So
going to be
accessible.
amazing.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it, especially in the summer.
Summer, I was literally about to say, in the summer in Italy is so perfect. You get you a spread, you get you some pizza, you walk, like you said, everything's so walkable and it's not like super hot, scorching hot to where
Yeah.
it's unbearable.
Yeah.
Summer in Rome sounds amazing.
I'm ready for all these trips.
Yes,
all
right?
Couple more before you guys get ready to book. Costa Rica.
Yes, another great destination.
Pura vida.
Oh my gosh.
I love
Florida.
it. What can't you say about Costa
Yeah,
Rica?
comfortability for sure.
accessibility, comfortability, value for experience, because it's very inexpensive.
Yep, especially upon arrival. Once you're there, you don't gotta spend much of nothing.
Like I got a whole tour for $25.
Yeah, like a full excursion days. Charge maybe $50 including lunch. Like
so good. And then of course, I mean, it's Costa Rica. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So if you're a similar person, or if you're similar, at least for me, where you want to also relax on your solo trip and just kind of take it easy for a little bit, this is perfect for that. You know, they have the hot springs. They have, the massage services that can come to you. Like the destination itself is geared around wellness, waterfalls. It's very like you-centered. So you could totally just go and vibe out, or you can totally go and turn up, whatever your vibes and preferences are. And it's Costa Rica.
It's so beautiful.
Like,
beaches,
I love it there.
rainforest. Like, it's just like such a beautiful landscape.
I need to get back. It's been too long.
Gorgeous place.
Yeah. So again, and it's safe. Like
Absolutely.
we were walking
around in neighborhoods, just walking around, like absolutely safe.
Yeah. And when we were there, like the guy walked up to us and he was just super nice, and he just was introducing himself, and just like by nature, you're immediately like, what's the motive?
Yeah.
But he ended up literally just wanting to say hello, and then ended up being our tour guide for the rest of the day.
Oh, wow.
And he wanted nothing at the end of the day. And we, of course, still gave him something. But took us to the market, was our translator, ended up connecting us with that $25 tour that we took, which was a boat tour through the mangroves. It was... So people in Costa Rica are literally just beautiful people.
Absolutely.
Like, the inside and out.
Yeah.
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
Yes.
Last on our list is Bangkok.
Yeah. Thailand.
Yeah, which is so funny. Our producer is over there getting it. It's funny because I think Bangkok is a good guy solo trip.
I was going to say that.
I personally am not like, oh my God, let me get to Bangkok. However, I've been having conversations with clients, male clients who are interested in going to Thailand, and they're like, where would you suggest?
It's lit.
Exactly. And it's lit. It is. Like you cover all your bases. You know, obviously you're in Thailand. It's a beautiful country. You get a whole new cultural experience. So you have that. Too. And again, the cost of
very inexpensive.
Very inexpensive when you get there. So when it comes to arranging a driver or travel, those things are not going to cost you too much. So it's easy to handle for one person. Because that's another thing you consider on vacation.
You're not splitting the cost.
Upon arrival, you can't split. So you're like, where can I go that I'm not spending thousands of dollars because it's just me? So Bangkok's great for those expenses, to get all of those experiences, partying, restaurants, cultural things, and you're not breaking a bank at all.
Yeah. And then you can maneuver throughout Thailand, so you can still go to Krabi, and you can still go to Phuket, and other destinations to get that beach, in addition to the city vibes of Bangkok. Yeah.
But people want that city vibe, I'm noticing.
They do.
Y'all want to go to Thailand for the city, the club and stuff?
Yeah.
But that is the conversations. And I mean, from my research, it looks lit.
I'm like, okay, Bangkok is the new Cartagena.
Yeah, it's lit. So we love to see it. And again, I do think Bangkok is for the boys. Look, he got his head down. Yeah, it's definitely giving PayPal.
I love it.
Y'all have fun. And we encouraging. You're going to feel safe and embraced. And you might even find you a travel partner while you're there.
And there you go. And now y'all outside. All right? Period. Favorite, or best, I should say, country that you've visited solo, Jazz?
Well, I haven't been to many countries solo. So for me, it would still have to be Paris. I think just being able to kind of take that experience, but also fit so much in a solo trip, and again the expenses to be able to do so much on my own and still keep it budget friendly. I feel like that was a great experience.
Your Paris trip was just if you need inspiration for a solo trip, please go and look at Jasmine's Paris trip highlight from last year. She did that. It was just so cute. It was so inspiring.
It was loaded too, but it was a good vibe.
I was like, look at my friend.
And the coin it was real cheap, which we love.
Yeah, she did it super inexpensive. She did a photo shoot,
dinner in the Eiffel Tower, all these things for a great price. So.
Yeah. So if you're wondering if you can do it,
you can.
You can do it. My favorite solo trip. I've done so many. I think at this point I've done 13 countries solo.
I love that.
So I'm just gonna pick something. Because I can't even think of them all. And I actually think I'm gonna choose my solo trip to the Bahamas.
Wow, really?
Yeah. At first I wasn't, but then it popped into my head just now, and I remembered that trip was crazy good.
Really?
Like, I met these people who I'm still in touch with today. Like, we became friends, and like they're from Bahamas, and they just showed me a time.
Oh.
And that I was way more like free and understanding than I am today back then. And so I just like met these people and then just rocked out with them all darn week. And then ended up going back to the Bahamas later that summer and bringing my friend.
And linking with them
again because they invited us and was like, we bringing y'all back.
I
Like,
love that.
And I was just like, dang, Bahamas, you're really good to me.
I'm like, that's my family.
That's my fam. And that solo trip was great. I just remember that was like one of the first times that I had a boat day, and I was just out on the water, all cute on the boat, and just chilling by myself, looking at the gorgeous. It was a mood. Yeah. And it was in that moment that I realized,
I love this life.
I love this life for me.
I love this.
Yep. I think I like this little life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
Bahamas.
so cute.
I actually think that was my first international solo trip, now that I say that out loud.
I love that.
Yep. So that was mine, yeah. That's cool. I just had that little walk down memory lane there, y'all.
And that was such a cute list.
Sorry. That was like, okay. But anyways, this list, yes, is
Such a
very
cute list.
solid. And if you are ready to take advantage of one of the destinations on this list and get your solo eat, pray, love moment,
It's time.
it's time. Because if you didn't know, but now you know today, Jasmine and I are both a part of Travel Goddess International, which is a full-service travel agency that can assist with bringing your next solo destination experience to life.
Period. So whether they come in or you going by yourself, we got you covered. Visit us at travelgoddessintl.com, and we're going to get that solo trip booked.
Okay, because you deserve it.
Yeah, it's time. Stop waiting.
Time.
Years are passing, months are passing. You're like, I'm going to go somewhere by myself. And I'm talking to my friends because they be like, I'm going to take a trip by myself. I'm like, all right, girl.
They waiting for you to plan it.
And I'm like, so you want me to go?
So then it's not by yourself.
It's not a solo trip. So just do it.
Period. I love it. All right. Travel deal of the week. It's not solo, but it's still good. A 4-day, 3-night trip to Costa Rica.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. In late August, Tuesday to Friday, with round-trip flights via American Airlines from Philadelphia International Airport, PHL, 2-hour layovers each way, and staying at 5-star all-inclusive resort accommodations, the Planet Hollywood Costa Rica.
Come on, all-inclusive in Costa Rica.
I know. And this, if you know anything about that property, it's like on a cliff. So like when you look down, it's just sea and beach and mountains. It's beautiful.
It gives Costa Rica.
All of that, y'all, for $9.90 per person. The whole shebang bang.
5-star Planet Hollywood.
All inclusive, American flights, round trip.
I'll be the first to tell you, Costa Rica is not one of those countries where you have a plethora
of all inclusive.
We get on my nerves. Anyway, because that's not even a word that you synchronize on. Anyway, $9.90. Y'all get it. Y'all get it.
We get on my nerves. I love it here. But yeah, you're absolutely right though. There's not a whole lot of options. So when there are destinations that don't have a lot of all-inclusive options, typically all-inclusives are a little bit more expensive.
Oh, a lot bit
more expensive because the pot to choose from is limited.
And they know if you're an all-inclusive person, you're going to spend that coin. So even if it's $1,000 a night, if you want the amenities and you only have 2 options, you're going to pay it. But $1,000 for
all in. Yeah, this is pretty good. So this is a standard deal, so no membership is required. But you already know. For that little $9 a month, go ahead and come over to that premium dark side.
Come to the dark side, aka the bright side, because we be under palm trees.
Yes, for the low.
Okay.
So if you're interested in this deal or any of our travel deals, visit our website, travelgoddessintl.com, browse the options, and get outside this summer. Now, I feel like they should have brunch in Costa Rica, but I have
Planet Hollywood.
I've never been to it, so I can't confirm. But
might have to book that travel deal to see.
It's time to get brunchy.
All right, so this week's brunch abroad is real cute because bottomless espresso martinis. So they have mimosas, they have sangrias, they have, the full brunch shebang. But the bottomless espresso martinis, really a game changer for me.
Wow.
So it's in New York.
Okay.
Which we need to be going to soon. So that's why I keep featuring all these New York brunches.
I know.
And it's called, I kind of feel like I featured them before. They're running a new brunch special, Lighthouse Rooftop.
I don't recall.
Oh, maybe I just been doing a bunch of research on New York and they're on my list. Because I'm like, I definitely have them written down somewhere. But yeah, Lighthouse Rooftop, a gorgeous venue. Obviously, it's like super high ceilings. You have the roof deck. But I was just so at bottomless espresso martinis.
She was so there. She didn't really have to say nothing else.
I'm like, brunch espresso martini, because usually I'm like, I pay for my brunch or pay for my little like bottomless offering, and then I'm like, well, then I still have to pay like $50 extra for like 2 espresso martinis. That's my vibe. So the fact that it's included in the full brunch vibe, I'm like, I love that.
You'll be there.
I will be there.
Yes, that's a good John.
That's a great John. Yeah.
All right, we got to commit to an actual date. Put it on the calendar and go to NYC because we wait for the weather to break.
And it's broken.
It's broke. It done broke now.
Now we gotta be the NY soon.
Whereas you would say, it's broken.
It's broken. It's done.
So we're going to be there soon. All right. Last but not least, question of the day. Question of the day, Jasmine. What's your best tip to share with a solo traveler?
Portable charger.
That's actually basic but important.
Yeah, portable charger. It seems so, like you said, basic, and you're just like, oh, it's fine. I'll charge all my devices before I leave. And it's like you have to consider your travel, your time in the airport, your time on a plane, your time getting into your Uber or cab to the hotel. You may have a few hours, before you're able to get into your room. That's a lot of time to be on a few devices. Yeah. So I'm telling you from experience, because I was in Eiffel Tower and my phone was about to die. And I just was having a good old little drunken time. And I'm like, oh, I have to call an Uber. And I'm on like 3%. I'm like,
How's this going to work?
Yeah. Like, and I also don't even speak this. Like, what? So just have a portable charger, because when you're alone, your phone is everything.
It's your translator. It's
everything. Your money sometimes. Definitely your ride.
Yeah.
So your communication with anyone that's not with you because you're alone. So make sure that you are charged up and you have a portable charger with you, maybe 2.
Yeah, that's actually a really, really good tip. Yeah, I think mine, I said it earlier, but I'm just going to reiterate it again because I feel like people are not going to follow this rule, but you need to book a hotel brand. Yeah. And I'm speaking to myself too, because I really tried it, but again, it was different times.
Yeah.
I booked like a little boutique hotel in Rome. Anything could have happened. But
yeah, I was in Italy, all Airbnbs, crazy times.
Crazy, but no, now book a proper accommodation.
Absolutely.
And this is, if you got to spend a little bit more, it's for your safety. Just remember, it's for your safety, it's for your sanity, because people are crazy.
Yeah.
People are weird.
You're alone. Like, that's the biggest thing. You're in a whole nother country alone.
Yeah.
So do what you can do to protect yourself, because you clearly don't got no pepper spray and no knife because you've been on a plane.
Yeah, they can't. They took that, especially if you went through London. Go back and listen to my London story. Exactly. Don't be her.
My thoughts exactly.
Don't be her. All right, pepper spray is illegal in London. Thanks. So yeah, proper accommodations is everything.
Absolutely.
And again, major hotel brands, please, they have doormen and concierge and front desk staff, and find out if the front desk staff is 24 hours, because sometimes front desk can be 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and there's just kind of maybe a security person during the overnight time. You need resources because it's just yourself. Yeah.
Be safe.
Be safe, be smart.
And take that solo trip.
And take the solo trip. What are your guys' favorite or best tips to share with solo travelers? Drop them in the comments. Sharing is caring. We're one big TFS family.
Yes.
So your travels and our travels bring to life other people's travels.
Period.
We love that
we
for you
outside,
guys.
solo or not.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the episode on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗕𝗏𝒄𝒄 and like, comment, share our content. We love the engagement.
Thanks for the engagement. And of course, if you have a product or a service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of TFS, shoot us an email, info@𝗕𝗏𝒄𝒄.com.
Yes, and lastly, leave us feedback, reviews, and if there's any topics that you want to hear on an episode, let us know.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it for this week.
I know, man. I'm just so passionate about getting
Solo
outside.
travel,
Please, y'all. Please, I beg
What we got to
you.
do to get y'all to take the solo trip?
Just book it. You know how I took those solo trips, so many of them? I started by just booking the flight.
Yeah.
I saw the flight deal. I said, I'm just going to go. And I've started to share it with friends. Does anybody want to go? This is the price.
That's
no
weird.
one bid, but the flight was booked. And then I went.
Yeah.
That's most of the time, that's how it happened.
The first step.
It is the first
Book
step.
it.
Book the flight, book the vacation, and book it with us. All right.
Period.
We'll see you in Bali.
See y'all in Bali. See y'all next week.
See you next week. Bye.